Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the best outdoor shoes that you can get right now. But before we start, I'm going to have to preface this by saying I have not played outdoors in a while, right? Since the pandemic. It's just, I played a whole year pretty much on the outdoor court and ruined my feet. It didn't ruin it, but like, you know, my knees started to hurt a little bit, you know, and my feet started to hurt a little bit, especially when I was playing in shoes that didn't have great cushion. So yeah, take this entire video with a grain of salt. And I didn't want to make this video, but a lot of you guys, I've had so many requests on DMs on Instagram asking me to make a video on this. So I'm just gonna, you know, take an educated guess. As far as an outdoor shoe goes, if you're playing on outdoor court, I feel like the most important thing is probably durability, right? You want the shoe to last a pretty long time, because if you're playing on concrete, you can wear through rubber very, very quickly. And also, if you do toe drags, if there's not a whole lot of like fuse, or if the material is on the thinner side of things, you can blow a hole through, like, I guess, like where the tip of the toe is, right? If you don't do toe drags, you don't have to worry about that, but I do toe drags, so that's why I'm saying that. Also, another thing that's super important is cushion, right? So of course, wood, if you're playing on an indoor court, wood kind of like absorbs impact, it bends and stuff. But if you're playing on an outdoor court and you're playing on asphalt or concrete, it's not gonna bend at all, and your feet and your knees are gonna absorb all of that impact. So cushion, like having good impact protection and also durability of the outsole, and also kind of the material is pretty important. And most of these shoes are like one or the other, and some of these shoes have both, right? So I'm gonna try to tell you guys which shoe has, you know, good durability or good cushion. Anyways, let's get it started off with the Nike Zoom GT Jump. And also, if you guys do want to cop any of these shoes, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But yeah, the Nike Zoom GT Jump, I feel like I'm starting off with the one of the best shoes that you can get, right? It is really expensive though. I feel like it's like 180 bucks, I think. The traction isn't, I don't think it's gonna be the best for durability, but it seems pretty okay, right? The grooves are kind of thin, but it's so like harder rubber. I wish there were more grooves though, right? If there were more grooves, I would definitely say it would probably be a better option. But since the grooves are a little bit more spaced apart, it's probably not the best for durability, but you should be okay. I don't think it's gonna be terrible, right? Again, take that with a grain of salt, because I haven't really played with the GT Jump on the outdoor court. But also, the cushion is absolutely amazing. I mean, you have full length Zoom Strobo, and it's double stacked in the forefoot and heel, so you're gonna have amazing bounce and impact protection. You're gonna be good to go. Like, you have a nice, it's basically like a trampoline in your shoe, you know what I mean? So if you're doing hard impacts, heel strikes, whatever you're doing, you're gonna be good to go in the Zoom GT Jump. I'm looking over there because that's where the shoe is. And also, there is a little bit of fuse in the tip of the toe, so if you do toe drags, you should be okay with the GT Jump. So there's that, but also there is a con. It is an expensive shoe, right? All right, next we got the Jordan Zion 2. So if you're looking for cushion, also an amazing setup, right? So we have a 4-foot zoom unit. It's a large volume zoom unit as well. You have a nice compression, you have nice bounce. Also in the heel, we have an air Strobo unit. It's targeted in the heel and kind of like in the midfoot. It's very nice as far as compression goes. It feels great for step and comfort and impact protection. And also the foam is really soft. So even if you're doing heel strikes or landing really hard on your feet, you're gonna be good to go in the Zion 2. As far as the durability goes, the durability probably isn't going to be the best. The pink, like, or where the Zion logo is, that rubber seems pretty hard, but around that, like in my colorway, it's like a white outsole. It's pretty thin, and it's like on the softer side of things, so I feel like that part will wear out pretty quickly though. So do be careful on that. I mean, it is a cheaper shoe though, like 120 bucks. And it should be all right. It's probably not the best option, you know, for durability for the outsole, but also for the material we do have a little bit of fuse around the tip of the toe as well for toe drags. So overall, it should be great for outdoor use. Just it'll probably not last the longest as far as the outsole goes. Alright, next we got the New Balance Kawaii 2. So the Kawaii 2 doesn't have the best cushion for impact protection. I mean, it does have full-length fuel cell, which is super nice, but it is pretty caged, you know, especially in the heel. And yeah, it's not the best for impact protection, especially comparing to the Zion 2 and the Zoom GT Jump, but you should be good to go. And if you want like a lower to the ground setup and a little bit more responsive than the GT Jump and the Zion 2, then the Kawaii 2 is still a pretty good option. Also, we do have some fuse. We have a lot of fuse in the toe box for toe drag, which is good. And the outsole is really durable, it seems like, right? The rubber is super hard. We have a lot of grooves as well, like a lot of surface area. So the Kawaii 2 is probably a pretty solid option. It just sucks it's more on the expensive side of things, but it should be a pretty good option. I just wish the cushion was a little bit better for impact protection. Alright, next we got the Puma MB1. So the MB1, I feel like is a great option, right? So it's a pretty cheap shoe, 125 bucks. The rubber outsole is very hard, right? The grooves are super hard. The grooves are also deep, and it has an amazing bite, right? Also, the cushion is really soft. And full-length nitro foam, I mean, court feel isn't the best, but you have, it's a nice soft foam, and if you're doing hard impact, especially heel strikes, your feet are gonna thank you. You know what I mean? It has a pretty damn good impact protection. I wouldn't say it's as good as like the Zion 2 or the Zoom GT Jump, but you should be good to go. It's way better than the Kawai's, right? Also, it's a super cozy and comfortable upper, and the mono mesh, you also have a lot of fuse in the toe box for durability, so the MB1 is probably one of the better options on this list. Next, we got the Adidas Harden Volume 6. The Harden Volume 6 is an amazing shoe. It's not the hardest rubber, but you do have a lot of grooves, and it is a herringbone traction pattern, so I feel like it's more on the durable side of things for outdoor use. And also, full-length boost. You know, boost is very soft and it's great for impact protection. And also, you have like a softer strobo board, right? So you have great step and comfort, and it's gonna absorb a good amount of impact. If you're doing really hard impacts though, it might bottom out a little bit and hurt your feet just a tiny bit, but you do get really good court feel. So there's that. And also the material is a really thick and sturdy material, and even if you're doing toe drag, you should be good to go. So also the Harden Volume 6 is on the better side of things as far as like on this list, right? Alright, next we got the Adidas Trey One. The Trey One also I feel like is a pretty good option. Cushion wise, it's amazing, right? So we have full length light strike and then a boost heel pod, right? So if you're doing like very hard impacts, you're gonna be good to go. Court feel is pretty good. You know, in the forefoot it's nice, but then the heel gets a little high, right? So you do have a pretty high offset. But if you're doing heel strikes and stuff, you're gonna be good to go. It's very soft. There's a nice compression as well. Materials also, it's like a thicker type of like textile material, which I like. So if you're doing, you know, toe drag, you should be good to go in that shoe as well. But the outsole doesn't seem like it's gonna be the most durable, right? It is a herringbone. It's pretty much a herringbone traction pattern, and there are a lot of grooves, which is a good thing, of course. But the rubber is on the softer side of things. It's not super soft, but it is on the softer side of things, so it's probably not the best option for outdoor use for like durability of the outsole. But I feel like it'll hold up pretty well, right? So the Trey One is a pretty good option. Next, we got the Anta KD7. So the KD7, I would probably suggest the low, just because the knit upper feels a little bit thicker, right? I mean, if you do toe drags, right? The regular KD7 is like a thinner type of synthetic material, but we do have a good amount of fuse on that as well. So I guess they're both good. Cushion also is really nice, you know? We have full length N2 foam or nitro edge foam. And you know, impact protection, you're gonna be good to go. Step and comfort also is very nice. And like, yeah, even if you're doing super hard impacts, you're gonna feel okay as far as your feet go. And the traction is also really, like, it seems very durable. The rubber is very hard, and the grooves are pretty deep. So I feel like the KD7 is also a very good option. Next, we got the Way of Wade All City 10. So the All City 10 is also a great option. The traction, the outsole is actually, the rubber is on the harder side of things, and Chinese companies in general gear their shoes towards outdoor use just because their demographic, like people in China usually play on outdoor court, that's what I heard. So yeah, the outsole seems very durable on the AC10. Also, the cushion is super nice, right? We got full length boom, and step and comfort is amazing. And if you're doing hard impact, you should be good. Your feet are not gonna hurt pretty much at all. And the material is like a more supportive material as well. Even though there's not like fuse, it seems like a pretty durable material, so you should be okay doing toe drags. Next, we got the Curry Hover Splash. So it's a cheaper shoe. I believe it was like 100 or 110 bucks. I'm not 100% sure. But the outsole seems, it's a little weird, right? So there are some thin parts in the pattern where it's like super soft, and there's some thick parts where it's like hard, right? So I feel like it'll be okay on outdoor court. I am a little wary about, you know, the softer parts, but I feel like it'll be pretty good on outdoor court. Also, the cushion is really nice. You know, we got full length hover, so impact protection is great. You got nice compression as well. It's soft, it's comfortable. The material though, probably not the most durable because it is a mesh. So if you do toe drags, do be careful about that. But the Hover Splash is a great option. Next, we got the Adidas Dame 8. The Dame 8, like the cushion is so damn nice, right? We have a crazy amount of compression. It's almost too soft for me, but if you're looking for impact protection, this is a great option. You know, a lot of compression and your feet are not gonna hurt pretty much at all. Materials, you should be fine. It's a thicker mesh. And I feel like, you know, you should be okay if you're doing toe drags. And the outsole, the rubber is pretty damn hard. The grooves aren't the deepest, but the rubber is hard, so I feel like it should hold its own on the outdoor court. And last but not least, we got the Nike Flyby Mid 3, right? So the Flyby Mid is a great option because it is cheap. I believe it's like 65 bucks, but it's on sale. I saw it for like 50 bucks. The outsole, the rubber is pretty damn hard, so you should be fine for durability, and the cushion is actually pretty damn soft. We have a nice soft foam. I'm guessing it's Renew, but it just says foam on this tech specs for Nike. But the Renew is actually pretty damn nice. You know, you got nice little compression, impact protection. You should be fine. If you're doing super hard impacts, you know, it is going to bottom out a little bit, and you are going to feel the impact just a tiny bit. But overall, it's nice, and you get good court feel. Materials, probably not the best for toe drags though, because it is like a thinner type of mesh, but it is a very cheap shoe. So the Flyby Mid 3 also is a great option. But anyways, that about concludes my list for best outdoor shoes that you can get. Again, if you guys do want to get any of these shoes, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.